My name is Nicholas Haskins, and I'd like a moment of your time to tell you about the 5th annual live stream for the cure. To do that, I brought along two people whom I couldn't do this event without, Gerald Morris and Dan Brennick.
Over the past 4 years, the live stream for the cure has raised over $30,000 for the Cancer Research Institute.
That contribution is helping to fund research into cancer immunotherapy, training the body's immune system to fight all forms of cancer.
This year, we're aiming for our biggest goal yet as we try to raise $15,000 in 50 hours on the air.
Tune in May 19th through the 23rd as we're joined live by podcasters and content creators from around the world.
With your help, we can continue the fight for a future immune to cancer.
Together, we can make a difference.
Are you ready to be scared to death? You joined us for Scary Larry's House of Universal Horrors. Now prepare yourself for Scary Larry's Pint of Horrors. And don't forget, as always, these guys swear like fucking sailors.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Come in and shut the door. Are you afraid? Of what?
You?
Only demons should fear me. And you're not a demon, are you? The angel said you were.
Oh, Pint of Comics. You know what that means when you hear...
That's a bingo.
It's a bingo. You know what it means when you hear that happen, which it has not happened in so fucking long. Manster, what does that mean?
That means we are recording in studio.
We're live for the first time since February 29th of 2000 and COVID, whatever year that was.
Nice. The year of our COVID.
The year of our COVID, February 29th, leap year day. Sir John, myself, Officer Mike, and Larry sat here. You were actually at a concert.
I was not here, right? I was at a concert then. Right?
We recorded 2 episodes. We recorded the Pint Movie Invitational episode that Larry picked, The Greasy Strangler, if you remember that classic.
Yes.
And of course, it just fits that Larry's back with us today because this is a Scary Larry's Pint of Horrors. So we decided, you know what? Everybody's getting inoculated, vaccinated, and it's fucking time. We spent from essentially episode 125 to about 190 on Zoom calls.
Zoom.
You know what? It worked out pretty well. Overall, I think the show...
Hey, it was a savior.
We did what we could do with it, and I think we did pretty well. I'm pretty proud of us. But there's nothing like... You know, we hugged when we saw each other tonight.
Yeah, we did.
You two are like probably two of the first people other than... I hugged and kissed my wife for the first time in like a year last week after we both were cleared.
Was she bummed?
Yeah, I think she was. I think she was hoping. Yeah,
she's like, fuck.
Did
you get an affidavit?
I had to get an affidavit.
Wow.
I got some special permissions. No, it's just we went through this whole weird thing, and now we're sitting here recording live again. And Larry's got his popcorn and his honeycombs and his diet sodas, and you and me are drinking some beers, Lloyd. And I got to say, even though it feels like 2 years went by, it feels like no time went by.
Right. Yeah. It felt so long since we did it, but now that we're here, it just feels like it was last week.
Yeah, you guys literally, for the most part, other than maybe like, Larry dropped by at one point and dropped off a nice platter of food at some point. maybe what appears to be 8 years ago. You guys haven't even been here at the 215 for 15 months, and now we're starting to ease back into regular life. We're going to a drive-in show Larry's putting on tomorrow night as we record. We're going to see Alien. In about a month's time from now, we're going to be going on June 19th to the Strand
to see the
Cronenberg double feature that Larry had planned out for fucking.
I was so looking forward to.
Was that April of?
I think it was April.
It was April.
When did you give up? You went April, then you said June.
It was April. It was April 20th, and then I went to June, and then to August, and then gave up.
August was the give up.
August was the give up. That's when I finally refunded. I actually refunded everybody like July 31st.
July 31st was where you just said fuck this, because
but I didn't throw away the fucking tickets until like a month ago. I still held on to them, and that was finally a month ago. I was like, oh, fuck this.
You should have. What you should have done is you should have kept the ticket for everybody that rebought a ticket, and it could have been a nice little souvenir. The original.
Especially since I don't even know if I'm going to send out tickets this time. I don't know. I'm still trying to keep it kind of.
Yeah.
So I might just do like online
e-tickets or something.
I don't know. Just by your order number, driver's license. I'm not going to wristband people. I don't want to touch everybody.
Right.
Most importantly, I don't want the people who help me to have to feel forced to touch people.
Right.
So I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do this time, but we're going to fucking do it. We're going to be back there. We're going to watch some David Cronenberg movies. Fuck. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Salty ass fucking popcorn.
Salty popcorn.
Salty. Pucker up, boys.
Exploding heads.
Bring 6 gallons of water to get that salt out of your mouth.
Exploding heads, dicks in jars. It's The Fly and it's scanners.
Yep.
Ooh.
And and as we sit now, tickets go on sale tomorrow. So if you're listening to this, you're most likely not going to be able to get tickets.
Probably not.
But you know what? There's still shows coming up in August and throughout the rest of the year. As long as we don't get like COVID the return.
Fuck, don't do it. Man.
I know.
I can't.
I shouldn't have said that.
I can't deal with it.
I shouldn't have said that. All right, let's get into it. So we had a list of films. Larry, do you have the films that were up for vote for this last one? This is episode 2, by the way, of season 2 of Scary Larry's Pint of Horrors. The motif of this season Lloyd came up with each year correlates to from 2001 to 2020. A movie from each one of those years. And as we go along, the first episode we did was Mom and Dad, which was from 2017 or 18, I believe. And then we went and did the dice roll. I think we had 5 on this last dice roll.
Yeah, we had a lot of people.
Because we had a lot of people on the last episode.
Yeah, we had
Officer Mike
and Shouting Mac. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So what were the 5 choices that people...
I don't remember. Frailty was one of them.
Frailty was one of them, and it won. We'll be talking
about...
I think Deathgasm. I think Rubber.
Rubber,
yeah,
absolutely.
Rubber, Deathgasm, Frailty.
Hatchet, because Hatchet
Hatchet,
close.
yep, absolutely right.
Looking at this list, what else was on there? I think May one of them?
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek. Okay, is that 5?
That was 5.
That's it, yeah.
It was Frailty, the winner. Rubber, which a lot of people wanted.
Yeah.
A lot of people want this movie about this fucking tire.
Yeah. Well, now there's one called Slacks where pants are killing people.
Yes, I saw the trailer for that.
And there's also Attack of the Killer Donuts. There's
really?
Oh yeah, that's C. Thomas Howell. Came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good, but I mean, if you want to see donuts kill people, go ahead.
There's one called Knickers.
Deathgasm, Wolf Creek, and Hatchet. So we ended up with Frailty. I
thought Hatchet was gonna. I don't think I'm ever right. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever right.
Yeah,
either.
I'm always like, oh, fucking clear winner here, Hatchet, and I think Hatchet might have gotten the least amount of vote. Fuck, I didn't write down the vote totals either. Yeah, you're gonna ask.
That's okay.
Me. Don't
That's
ask
all right.
me. Don't ask.
Hey,
me.
we're a little rusty here.
Yeah,
we are.
We're certainly a little rusty.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this out there to everybody listening as well. That being part of the new slate of episodes, I'm working on getting the sound back to the way it was. I think it'll sound fine, but I haven't used the board in a year and a half. I'm used to just going on Zoom.
Yeah.
So if it's a little loud, a little quiet, or whatever, we'll get there. It's like we're starting over again from scratch. Manster, let's talk about Frailty. Give us some information on this film.
Frailty was released in 2001. I believe it was, November 7th? Is that what our consensus was?
I read November 7th of 2002, but I think the movie might have come out in some festivals because it's considered this was the winner of 2001.
Yeah.
So I think for some reason, maybe early releases make it a 2001 film, but it had come out much later to a broader audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was written by Brent Hanley, who really didn't
fan.
do much before
fan.
or after that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of
Well,
Brent
based
Hanley.
on his one notable work, Frailty.
Right.
Just his name. I'm just a big fan of his
It
name.
is a good name.
Brent Hanley.
Brent Hanley.
Brent Hanley. It's a great name.
It is a good name.
Yeah.
They're strong. It's a
Solid.
strong
It
It's a
is
man's
very
name.
strong. It's a solid man's name.
man's name.
Brent Hanley.
That's a man's name.
Jim Axe Handle. Yeah.
Directed by Bill Paxton himself. His directorial debut.
Rest in power, good man.
Yes.
So many celebrities leave us, and it's unfortunate. But only some of them really hurt.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton, I remember where I was when I heard Bill. Weird. I remember I was in I think I was with some friends. We were at the tabletop shop in New Britain. I might have been with Lou. And I think Lou either brought it up on his phone and said, "Oh man, Bill Paxton died." And I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Not only he was 55, I think, or 58, something like that. He had just had open heart surgery, and he ended up dying a few days later of a stroke.
Right.
But you're not expecting that of Bill Paxton, man.
No, because he's an in shape looking guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, when he was 13, he developed a rheumatic fever, and basically he struggled with that, I guess, your whole life.
He had a heart issue his whole
Yeah.
life that they tried to fix, and unfortunately he passed away.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Like, seriously, what an icon. Like, what a cross between a character actor and a leading actor.
Yep.
Think about stuff like Twister, right?
Twister.
Lead in Twister, okay? Think about stuff like True Life. I got a small pecker, man. It's pathetic. He's
Weird
just
Science.
Weird Science is Chet, He is
That laugh.
Oh my god.
I can't. I'm not even gonna try. I can't do it. But
How would you like a greasy pork sandwich?
Greasy.
Pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Apollo 13. Near Dark.
Grandma,
Oh,
Grandpa are catatonic in a closet. You know how disrespectful that is.
Oh man.
What a shame.
He's awesome. He is awesome. And looking at his this came out in 2002, so he directed this in 01 or 2000. Really after this he made a film in 2005 with Shia LaBeouf called The Greatest Game Ever Played, a golf movie. But other than that, that was pretty much it. And that's unfortunate because based on Frailty, I think there was some good lineage there, of him being able to direct.
I agree. I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for his first feature film. I mean, the guy's obviously been around film his whole life, and I'm sure it's easier to make that transition from acting to filmmaking rather than fucking short order cook to filmmaking.
Right.
But still, I mean, he showed some talent. It's not easy to create tension in a film, and it's a very, very well done movie.
Yeah. Understated. I mean, it's not a blockbuster.
No.
You could say this name of this film to 10 people, and probably less than half will even know what you're talking about.
Definitely less than half.
But,
9 times out of 10, though, if you mention Frailty, people go, "That's awesome," or "That's a really good movie."
Yeah.
I can't remember ever
for the people who know it.
For the people that know
Yeah.
it, I can't remember anybody ever saying, "Oh, that stunk."
Right, exactly.
No, I've never met anybody who didn't like it. And I kind of had a tough time putting this on the list because I wanted, and I've said it, I think, on the past episode, I wanted to create a list of films based on Lloyd's idea of doing, each year from the 2000s, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I wanted to create a list of films that are exciting, fun to talk about. Frailty's not a very fun movie.
No.
But it was so fucking good for that year. I was like, I gotta put it in. It's gonna be tougher to talk about than like a Rubber would be. There's gonna be more to talk about in Rubber just because it's so fucking bananas.
And this also it straddles the line of horror too.
It definitely does.
I mean, it's
suspense, very suspenseful.
It's a suspense thriller.
Yeah.
There's definitely horror elements in it.
Yep.
But it's okay. Pint of Horrors is we've been all inclusive. The stuff we've talked about, that wasn't really a horror movie per se. That was almost a commentary on fucking or consumerism.
Right.
It's
Larry
not fun
Cohen.
at all. I mean, to your point, there's no fun moment in this movie.
No, I don't. Usually you get a chuckle out of a horror movie somewhere. Even a straight horror film. Donald Pleasance's little fucking, "Hey Lonnie, get your ass out of there."
I shot him 6 times.
Yeah, they can usually break up a horror movie with a joke once in a while. There's no jokes.
No.
There's nothing.
This is a super dour movie.
It really is.
And we'll get into it, but the Deli Nation line is immediate because it starts off with, you get the little preamble of Powers Booth as the Fed and McConaughey talking to him. And then you go into the, the past, and the most you get that's fun is the first 10 minutes is the brothers are singing along on the way home.
Yep.
They have a nice night at home. They eat a big pot of peas for dinner. And then as soon as they go to bed, it's like dad wakes up and goes, "This is what just fucking happened."
Yeah.
And then it
Right,
changes
out of nowhere.
everything immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately everything changes.
He's not a
in this movie.
crazy person. He
No.
doesn't.
No, they do a good job of showing you that, while it's not an affluent family, they're a good family. He's a good dad. It's very normal. Very, very normal. And how that just flips in fucking seconds,
Immediately.
overnight.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Kids go to bed happy and are woken up to some fucking crazy news. Crazy news from their sane father, or who was sane 20 minutes ago.
And what's great about this movie is,
Or maybe he is still saying.
is it crazy or is it not? That's the hook to this whole movie.
Yep.
All right. So what was the budget on this thing, Master?
We had $11 million budget and a $13 million box office, so made all its money and then some.
Yep.
17 worldwide.
I'm surprised it's even got a
Yeah.
international release.
Exactly.
It deserved it, though.
Yeah.
It did.
Should have got much more. I don't know how it flew. I mean, I think I've told you the story. I don't remember how I saw this, but it was by accident. I'd gone to see something else and ended up seeing this at the theater.
in the theater.
Oh, you saw this in
Okay.
the theater?
I did. I saw it in the theater, and I didn't know what the fuck I was seeing.
Wow.
I went to see something else. I don't remember who I saw it with, but I just remember I went to see it, and I was
Did you
fucking blown
walk
away.
into the wrong theater, or it wasn't?
No,
He was probably high.
what
Yeah,
year
we've
was
heard that before.
2001, 2? No, I wasn't. Last time I smoked weed was 98. So, yeah, I don't know why I ended up in this, but I was blown away, and I don't know how this didn't go. I don't know how everybody doesn't know it,
Yeah.
because like you said, every time I mention it and somebody does know it, they're like, oh, great fucking movie.
The other thing that's kind of tricky about this movie is that most people would probably immediately go to, it's a Matthew McConaughey movie, but he's kind of a glorified cameo in this thing.
Kinda. But he
You
is
know?
shirtless in one scene.
He is shirtless in one scene.
Yeah,
of course.
well, it's Matthew McConaughey.
You're not going early 2000s with Matthew McConaughey.
You know, like
Not
they're at
having
the
shirtless.
end of the movie, right? And they film this thing, and then
Yeah.
Paxton's like, "Okay, look, we're gonna have a scene where you're watching baseball at night, and you get a phone call." And he's like, well, "Listen up, Bill.
Yeah.
That's really
That's a
hasn't.
terrible McConaughey.
I know. I'm gonna try.
Good thing about baseball.
Really hasn't been a point yet, Bill, where I've been able to take my shirt off. I'm thinking maybe can I
You
watch
sound
this?
more like George Bush.
I know. God damn it.
All right, we'll work on the McConaughey.
All right.
It's them nuclear weapons.
All right. Who's the cast in this thing?
All right. Well, we already said Bill Paxton as Dad Meeks. And then you have Matthew McConaughey as Fenton Meeks.
Great name.
I guess
I've never
I'll
heard
call
that
him
name.
Fenton now.
Yes. Yep.
Basically, his thing is he goes into the FBI office and says that his brother is responsible for the God's Hand killings.
The
Which is a great name.
And the
Yeah.
original title of the movie, God's Hands.
Yes.
And they changed it immediately because they said we don't want God in the title.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I wonder if it would have been because it's a good name. I don't know. I don't know if that would have made it more accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frailty is sort of a weird name because it doesn't really
Doesn't
have anything
imply
to do with the
anything.
movie.
Right?
I think what it implies, to me at least,
His sanity.
is the frailty of like how our lives can change
Right.
immediately. Like
Okay.
literally, like
Yeah.
these kids have a normal life and then they do not anymore.
Yep.
You
The
know,
frailty
and-
of the mind.
Yeah, and the dad is normal until he's not
Right.
anymore, and then is he still possibly normal or beyond normal? Paxton and McConaughey became friendly on U-571. They both
Yeah.
co-starred in U-571, which I still love that movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's good submarine action movie.
I love a submarine movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2000.
Love a good submarine movie. You mean The Sandwich, right? It's about a sandwich.
Yes,
sandwich,
yeah, it's a grinder film.
The sub. The
hoagie.
subaway.
aka the hoagie.
The hoagie,
Yeah.
as Stu would say.
Perfect.
Out there in the SWO.
Next we have Powers Booth. What a fucking great name. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's his real name.
Yes,
but
it is.
Powers Booth.
He
I
died.
don't know if it's his real name, but I'm
He
just telling
died
you it is.
today is the anniversary of his death.
Yeah,
I
he,
didn't know
May
he was dead.
14th.
he died
Yeah,
3 months after
2017.
Bill Paxton.
I had no
Same
fucking
year.
idea.
Yep. And they knew each other from Tombstone.
Yeah.
Powers Booth was one of the bad
Curly.
guys. Yeah.
Curly Bill.
Curly Bill. Yeah, Curly Bill Brocious. Yeah.
Yeah. He plays the FBI agent Wesley Doyle.
First thing you saw him in?
Red Dawn.
Bang.
Yeah.
There it is.
What's the capital of Texas? Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Red Dawn, Goodbye Girl, Tombstone, Sudden Death, Sin City, MacGruber.
MacGruber, he was great in Deadwood. He was on the TV show Deadwood.
Never saw that. I heard that's a great show.
Fucking great. And
I've been watching that one.
He plays a brutal
That's what's his
villain.
name, right?
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane.
Yeah.
I like him.
And also, Larry wouldn't know this, but President Daniels in 24.
Was he in 24?
Yeah.
I probably bailed by that point.
Yeah.
I enjoyed 24.
I'm not sure what season
That's
that
the
was.
Kiefer Sutherland show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you have Matt O'Leary as young Fenton.
Fucking great job.
Yep.
Good
Who
kid,
did-
yeah.
The kids were great in this movie.
Both of them were,
Especially him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking plays that. You felt it. I felt it. Like his just horror and then just, I don't even, like despair.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at his dad. Like most kids, like Adam Fenton, would kind of follow their dad and believe their dad, but he's like, no, you're messed up,
And
man.
this kid fucking played it. What has he been in anything else? Who is this kid? Nobody.
Nobody.
God damn it.
He has been in other stuff.
A couple things, but nothing that would like stand out like
Yeah.
this.
I can tell you this from like just kind of looking stuff up. I think he's like 36 now, which is crazy.
Yeah, right.
You know, like you see a movie, you lose time on these
Yeah,
movies.
he was
This
like
movie-
27. He was playing like an 8-year-old.
Well, this movie, this
was
movie,
he 12?
This movie is 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know, which is crazy. You
It
know,
is crazy.
Yeah. Then you have Jeremy Sumter as his brother, the young Adam Meeks. Luke Askew as Sheriff Smalls. Now he's the guy that goes down into the little
Yeah, bad
pit.
decision.
Bad
Yeah,
decision.
yeah, very bad decision. Now Luke Askew, he's an older actor, but Cool Hand Luke,
It's a well-known
Easy
film.
Rider,
Another one.
yeah, and TV show BJ and the Bear.
wow.
Yeah, that's it's quite the
Yep.
repertoire.
And then we have Levi Christ as Adam Fenton.
I'm sorry, did you say
McConaughey's
Levi
brother.
Christ?
Levi Christ.
That's a fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like
Honestly, like now, if I do
Jesus
porn,
and jeans. Yeah.
that's gonna be
Well,
my porn
if you
name.
throw a T
Levi
at the
Christ.
end, that's it. Levi Christ.
Oh, it's like Chris, Levi
yeah,
Chris.
Kreis.
Christ.
Crease.
Kreis.
Crease.
Kreisen.
Isn't that like John Crease?
Yeah. He's a recording artist. He's got a lot of songs and albums and stuff.
Certainly isn't a known actor.
A Tony Award-winning actor. as
Oh,
well.
good for him.
Broadway.
He appeared very little in this film, but
Like super little. Did he have
Yeah.
a line?
Yeah, I think he said
when he
something-
called him on the phone.
Adam or Fenton?
Yeah.
Or whatever
Yeah.
he said.
No, he's like, you got to bury me.
Yeah.
You got to bring me
Remember
to
what
the
you
Rose
promised or
Garden.
whatever,
yeah.
He has a very small line.
Yeah.
And one more, I'll say, Dirk Cheatwood. How's that name?
Another
rank?
good fucking name.
Dirk Cheatwood.
Some good names in
That
this
is a
movie.
good name.
Yeah, he's at the end. He plays Agent Griffin Hall.
You're a
He's-
good man,
he's the agent
Agent.
that comes in. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
good man, Agent Hall.
All right, Master, how would you bumper sticker this thing?
I would say basically a mysterious man arrives at an FBI agent's office, recounts his childhood, and how it relates to the current investigation of the God's Hand serial murders happening in Texas.
All right, perfect. And what part of Texas are we in, Larry?
Where are we? I don't know.
Do you remember the name of the town?
No.
Meat, right? Isn't that what? Well, Meat is the town he's the sheriff of later on. It's Meat, Texas.
I do
because
remember Meat.
Powers
somewhere.
Booth says Meat, and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. And then at the end, when we find out who the sheriff of Meat is, there's a sign, Meat Sheriff Department,
Yeah.
MEAT.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
yeah. It was on the
Jesus
sign.
Christ. I almost named a cat Meat once.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jen wouldn't let me.
No.
I was like, fucking call him Meat. That's a great name for
that
a
is
cat.
a good name for an
I
animal.
thought so too.
Yeah.
Jen, not so much.
Not so much?
No. She's like, not Meat. Please don't call the cat Meat.
Don't call the cat Meat, Larry. Again.
How about Chow?
Yeah, that'll work.
That's a good one too. We get into this thing. We get these happy kids. They come home. Their dad busts into the room in the middle of the night and says,
Singing church songs.
singing church songs. You know that there's got to be some kind of and plus the time period. It's the
Yeah.
70s.
They're in Texas.
They're in Texas, right? So
Yeah.
little fundamentalism there.
Yep.
What part excited you more? When you found out a central plot of the movie is that dad tells them that he's got to start slaying demons, or that they mentioned they're going to see the Warriors at the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, first of all, that was a little no.
No?
I don't think the Warriors was playing in Meat, Texas.
Do you know the story? It was going to be Alien.
Yes, and Paxton didn't
And
want
Paxton
to.
said,
yeah.
no, I have a connection to Alien. We got to change it.
Oh, interesting. Because me being a fucking prick, I'd have been like, definitely aliens.
Yeah.
Definitely, we're definitely gonna put that in there.
What were the two films? It was the Warriors, and what was the other one that they want the kiddier film?
Oh, he wanted to go see.
Maybe like a Disney film of some sort.
It was something. Watership Down. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. Ah, damn it. I wish I had written that down.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he's like, no, I want to go see.
And then when he said, please, and he's like, okay, just shut up.
No, I want to see Willy Wonka. I can't
Grease. Was it Grease, baby? I don't know.
It was not Grease. It wasn't Grease. God damn it.
So Dad
God
busts,
damn it, Fenton.
Dad busts in the room in the middle of the night, and what? He's been told what by who, Larry?
Wait a minute, before we get that, Dad comes home and they're all sitting down to dinner in a huge fucking pot of peas.
The peas, there was a lot of peas.
There was enough peas to feed an army there.
Yeah.
And they were so bright green, they looked delicious.
I didn't understand the peas. I hate peas.
You don't like peas?
I don't. I've never liked peas. I like snap peas. You know, like
You know the things inside those are just peas,
those are
right?
peas, yeah. But they're young peas. I like
young and sweet peas.
This is bad. That's bad. What's getting bad? But no, I've never liked mushy, weird.
Yeah, but you can get them before they're mushy, and then they sort of pop in your mouth when you bite them.
Yeah. I don't like when things pop.
We ought to
in
do
my
a
mouth.
Twitter poll. Peas,
Maybe.
yes or no?
Maybe we do a live episode top 10 peas.
Yeah. Okay.
This one right here.
This one right here. I just got this one today, and I haven't tasted it yet.
You got to roll it back and forth.
Pretty fucking sure this is a top 10 of all time pea.
I got.
Or you can just take a bite. Imagine taking a bite of a pea. Just
a bite, like yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I laugh about in that scene you're mentioning is that the dad says to Adam,
sure like peas.
He's like, sure, he's like,
right.
he's like, make sure you're leaving some for the rest of us. Like, dude, that's a fucking 55-gallon drum of peas. You're all gonna be able to eat the fucking peas. Calm down.
Is the fucking Texas National Guard outside waiting for their peas too? Like what?
Hey, Daddy.
We want our peas.
Hey, Daddy, do we make enough dead peas for our dead mom every night too?
It's like the guys outside of First Blood.
Yeah.
Give us some peas.
Yeah, just bring them the fucking peas.
No meat on the table in Meat, Texas.
No.
Just a whole lot of peas.
No, you get your peas and you get your fucking your high C or whatever they were drinking.
Where do you get that many peas? I don't even know where you get that many peas.
Well, they didn't say with Dad. Dad was a mechanic and a pea farmer, I guess. So what comes and tells Dad what?
So an angel visits or God, or is it God? It looked like an angel, but
an angel.
When
You know
they show
how
it,
it's
but he
an
says
angel?
God. He says God.
Well, he does say
God
God,
spoke to me
but do you know how you know it's an angel?
because he's got blonde hair
Flaming sword.
and a flaming sword.
Yeah,
The angels all have flaming fucking swords.
Because he says God spoke to me.
Okay.
But when they show it, it's like the first thing that popped in my head was archangel. Like it's an archangel.
Yeah, that's
like
what
he's
it
got
looked
the
like.
fucking sword. Those were like the warriors, Michael and Gabriel. And
But it
all
was
them.
really just light shining on a trophy.
Yeah. Well, was it?
No,
though?
you know what? I'm going to go back for a second. When God spoke to him, it was the light on the trophy. When the angel came, came to tell him what the 3 items were he'd be looking for.
Right.
He said, "You're going to be looking for."
That
3
was
items.
when he was under the car.
under the car.
Oh, that's
when
right.
When the catalytic converter turned into a fucking archangel with a flaming sword. Yeah.
Which is what was that the catalytic? converter?
Yeah.
Those things are worth money. People are stealing those left
palladium.
and right now.
There's palladium in them.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Let's go get a few. All right. God spoke to him and told him that his family, not just him, he didn't say God tells me I have a mission. We have a mission as a family, and it's to, I guess, demons are living
Destroy
on Earth
the
among
demons.
us, and there's a war going on, and we have to be in charge of destroying the demons.
Yep.
And God's going to tell us more.
Didn't he say
in
it
the
was our superpower?
The kid's like, so we're like superpower people? And that's my Texas accent. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody. And he's like, yeah, kind of, because he's got to appease the child who thinks now he has to fucking murder people. So yeah,
we gotta keep
that's
it
the
secret.
good news that God delivered.
Right. We can't
to
tell
Pop.
anyone that we're murdering people.
Yeah.
We gotta keep it secret.
And immediately we get the feeling that the older brother, who's Fenton,
He's like, yeah, no.
is like, "Fuck, Dad's
Like,
nuts."
Dad, what are you talking about?
But the younger brother, Adam, who's probably 9.
Yep.
Fenton's probably 12 or 13. Adam's 9. Adam's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna kill some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He's kind of cool with it, like, because he's like,
We're all in.
we're all in. And you get the sense early in the movie when they're walking home and he's singing the religious songs and Fenton is not going along with it. You already get the sense that this kid's drank the Kool-Aid, and the other one is kind of like, I'm old enough to kind of think for myself.
Yeah.
I love what they did here, and I don't know if it was whose choice it was, maybe the writer or Paxton, kind of let it go away. And the kids are like, oh, well, Fenton's like, Dad hadn't talked about it for a while, and maybe it was just a bad dream.
Right, things are normal again.
Things were normal and kind of getting back to normal, and then one day he comes home and he's like, what, did he come home with the weapon?
Or was that the axe, the first one? The axe and the
Yeah, he was driving
gloves.
home. He was driving home, and of course he was driving by the fucking, apparently the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's fucking barn.
I thought of the barn from Twister when he had to tie his belt to the fucking that hook.
Yeah, cow.
Yeah, there's a light shining on it.
There's a light shining on it, and
A light, like a huge sunbeam.
Right.
And he goes in there, and the light is shining directly on the Otis axe and a pair of heavy work gloves.
Right.
I got a story about Otis. You guys know this?
I do not. What do you got?
Yeah, so when he was scoping out the area for, shooting location, he came across a homeless guy, and he wanted to give the homeless guy some money, and he said, no, you can't give me money. He goes, well, I'll pay you for something. I like your name. I want to use your name in the movie. So the homeless guy's name was Otis, and he paid him money to use the name.
So he essentially took the money because it was almost payment for his name.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool.
That's cool because there's no reasoning in the movie as to why the axe has Otis written on it.
Yep. Although there's a theory, only the innocent survive.
Oh, okay.
But that's just
fan theory, though, right?
Fan theory.
Yeah. All right. Well, so he gets the axe and he gets a pair of work gloves. Did he get the lead pipe at that point too?
No, I think the lead pipe came later.
Lead pipe comes later.
I can't remember where though.
He just comes home with it.
Right?
There's no origin story for it.
Okay.
He just unrolls, he unwraps it.
So these 3 items, Lloyd, are what? These are the 3.
These are his 3 weapons for killing, slaying, destroying demons.
Right. They won't say
that's
killing.
the word they use, destroy.
Mm-hmm.
They won't say kill, and there's a really great scene halfway through the movie where an innocent person gets killed. And the father, who up to this point has been destroying demons the whole time, quote unquote demons, who appear to us as audience members as regular people.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel bad about any of them. And Adam doesn't feel bad about any of them. Fenton is the one having a hard time with it. But when he has to kill a innocent person to protect, their mission, he's broken up as hell, even though this appears to be...
Broken up, he throws up.
He throws up, yeah.
And that is a great scene, because he's like, you just made me kill a man. And, Fenton's like, you've been fucking killing people all along. No, I haven't. I've been destroying demons.
He's not on the list.
He makes the fucking clear distinction that he has not been killing people. And Fenton's like, bullshit, you fucking certainly have been killing people.
And mention the list, Lloyd. What is the list?
So he gets a list. I guess, do they come to him in dreams?
I guess, the
They don't really explain how it comes, but he gets a list of names from God. He writes them down on paper, and he shows the boys, these are the demons. And one of them, Fenton, goes, those are just people's names, Dad. Oh, and there's a great scene when Adam comes in. He goes, God gave me a list, too.
Oh, yeah.
And he reads off the name of
bully
of somebody, and his dad goes, isn't that the guy that bullied you at school? Yeah, he's a demon.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we don't kill innocent people.
Which is what a kid would do.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That was a great
Absolutely.
scene.
I'd put a bunch of motherfuckers on my list.
But then that again is just how genius is a word thrown around very casually, but how smart the movie is that, again, he comes in with this list and Dad is like, no, we don't do that.
Right.
Right.
He's again trying to draw that fucking very distinct line that, you're putting people on this list. This list is demons.
Right.
And that's what we do is destroy demons.
And he said, when you get older, you'll develop it, and you'll be able to write down the demons.
What I think is so smart about this movie is that, and we'll get into what is actually happening as we go along, but I think what this movie does so well, and I think whether it was Paxton picking the script to direct or, however he came upon it, is it takes the age-old notion that we all have as people, that sometimes religious thought can be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We all know those people.
But to us.
To us.
To us.
To us. So
right.
We all know those people that are ultra religious and are saying, the rapture is going to happen. And to a lot of us, we go, that's crazy talk.
Right.
But this movie plays with that idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most people that go to see this movie are going to have that thought pattern of, God, this is another religious zealot. All of a sudden, he's a religious zealot and, demons, demons, demons. And then it turns everything on its head by, again, we'll get into it, by making everything fucking true.
Right. But this is not a new train of thought. Read the Bible. God told, I think it was Abraham, to kill your sons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Abraham and Isaac.
Yeah. God spoke to people fucking every day back in the Old Testament, out of bushes, whatever, out of fucking stones. God was always talking to people, telling them to do shit in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
So it's not a new thing. This is shit that happens. And there's people out there probably think that that's what their fucking mission is. There's people that kill people and they're like, I was doing God's work.
Right, because this goes from essentially being, right, Lloyd, like what you think is a maybe misguided slasher.
Right.
Or maybe not even misguided. Maybe this is just a guy with a screw loose that wants to start killing people and he made an inventive way to do it, into a supernatural thing.
Totally.
Where all the God stuff, all of that stuff, and this is the twist that we find out at the end, is fucking real.
And what I love about it is when you first start seeing this, and he drags the first lady home, and he's got her tied up, and he hits her with an axe. You're just horrified by it. But he lays his hand on them. So the purpose of the gloves is you put on the gloves, you take the person home, and then your gift is you take the glove off when you have them, you lay your hand on them, and that's when you'll be able to see the demon or whatever it is about them. And when he does that, you actually see a physical reaction. Yep. You don't see visions. I mean, not in the course of the movie. You don't see that, but it goes towards making you sort of believe maybe something is really going on here,
right?
Because there is an actual physical reaction that you can see when he lays his hand on them.
Yep.
And Adam claims to be able to see the same things that his dad sees.
Yeah.
Right.
And Fenton doesn't see it.
Fenton does not. And one of the other great things about this movie is that it sets us up as audience members to think that Fenton is the fucking hero of this film. Or at least he's the sane one, or he's the right one. And as we go along, we learn that depending on how you fall, everything is fucking backwards from what we're seeing.
Right.
Right?
Because it's not long after that where I guess it's the father that says, God spoke to me about you.
Yeah.
But Fenton's like, well, what did he say? He's like, I can't tell you right now.
Yeah.
He's like,
And
I don't want
as
it.
an
He's
audience,
not, I
we
can't.
don't know.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want it. He's like, I don't want to tell you
Yes.
right now.
Yep.
Instead, go dig this giant fucking hole outside.
Right.
What the fuck,
Right.
man?
A 15-foot square by 10 feet deep hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one can dig a hole like that. I'll tell you that.
No, you fucking die.
Yeah.
I almost died watching it happen.
His hands are so covered in blisters he could barely eat his peas that night.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good looking meal though. Like Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes.
There's
and
a
gravy.
fuck ton of him eating scenes.
Yeah.
He eats a TV dinner a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Fenton gets fed a lot in this thing. Well, I mean, in between the part where he spends like 20 minutes in that fucking hole.
Well, it is Texas. They know how to eat in Texas.
They do, especially in meat.
Yeah.
Texas.
Meat Texas.
They probably know how to eat.
A lot of vegetarians, or not a lot of vegetarians there.
No, and especially in 1979, I would seriously doubt it. 1979, Texas, you would probably be considered a fucking heretic if you were a vegetarian.
Oh, yeah. You'd be in jail.
Yeah, you'd be in jail or murdered by a fucking rolling gang of fucking meat eating hooligans.
Some cow would come up. What the fuck's wrong with you? You don't want to eat me?
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Come on, man.
What, you like celery more than me?
You like peas, motherfucker? What do you like, peas?
You go down to the Meeks house, they got peas for days, those motherfuckers. They're always eating peas. Bright green motherfuckers. Fresh
Bright green
as shit.
peas, man.
Fresh as shit.
What do you put on a pea? Butter?
Butter, salt.
Butter and salt, yeah. Pepper.
Mushy.
Now, let me ask you.
Nah, they're not all
Wait,
mushy.
listen. You keep saying mushy, all right?
Mushy.
I think I know what happened.
What happened?
I think when you were a kid,
Yep.
your mom or whoever cooked in your house used canned peas.
Yeah, canned peas is not the...
Yeah, I'm sure she
Okay,
get away from
canned
that.
peas are dark colored and mushy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get into the fresh stuff, the frozen stuff.
Yeah.
That bright green, crisp color. Larry, you're not going to turn around, man.
Listen, I've had frozen peas too. Dude, I went to culinary school.
I know you
I've
did.
had some fucking peas, man.
Well, I'm just
I've
saying
had
by the
fresh
fact that
peas.
you're asking how to eat a pea, what do you eat them with? A fucking chopstick?
I know.
What do you put on the barbecue sauce?
What is that? Maple syrup you got on there?
Barbecue sauce.
What do you got on there? A little lemon zest? You guys lemon zest in your fucking
lemon
peas?
zest?
What's that?
bad on
Was that
peas.
caramel in there?
Wow.
Caramel or caramel?
I say caramel.
I like caramel.
right.
Yeah.
Because caramel would...
Caramel is a place.
That's New York.
Carmel on the
That's
Sea
what-
in California. That was the
Yeah.
town that Clint Eastwood was the mayor of many years ago.
Ah, good
And plus, the word caramel would insinuate there's no fucking second A in the thing, and there
Yeah.
is.
Right.
Pecan or pecan?
I say pecan.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it both ways. When I'm feeling uppity, I'll say
I've heard
pecan.
Uppity.
When I'm in Farmington, I have to say
Yeah.
pecan.
Would you like a second slice of pecan pie, Lloyd? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
All right.
please.
So we find out through the plot machinations of this thing that Matthew McConaughey's character. Now, Matthew McConaughey is telling us that he is essentially telling us he's playing Fenton as an adult, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying he's Fenton because he's trying to get in with this Powers Booth character. Lloyd, why is he trying to get close to Powers Booth character?
You want to go there?
Let's go there.
All right. He's trying. Ooh, wow, this is tough. You want me to give away the whole twist?
Give the twist away.
All right. Okay.
Let's twist again.
He wants
like
to get
we
in
did last summer.
with Powers Booth, which is a great name, by the way, because he is actually Adam Meeks. And Adam Meeks has a gift, just like his father had a gift.
Just like he said all along.
Yep.
That's right. On his list is this FBI agent, this Powers Booth. What is it? Wesley Doyle.
Which
Wesley
again
Doyle.
was set up very smartly because Adam.
Very smartly,
You know,
yes.
as soon as Powers Booth walks into his office, Adam's got the picture of him and his mom. He's like, "This your mama?"
Yep.
Yeah.
I could tell because you got her eyes. That's a bad.
I was going to say, yours isn't good either.
It's not, right?
All right.
No, that wasn't it.
He looks at the picture and he goes, all right.
All right.
Is this your mama? I don't know. No one can do it. We can't do it. No one else can do it.
It's like, he looks at the picture and he goes, you know what I like about them high school girls, man? I get older, they stay the same age.
That's right.
And you got your mama's eyes.
Yeah, so they set that up well because he brings her up.
More than once.
Yeah, more than once
Yes.
throughout their
He
conversation.
even gets him to say that my mother was killed and never caught the
Yeah, that
killer.
was in the car.
Right.
Because he convinces Powers Booth's character that, or he had to go back to the Rose Garden to bury Adam.
Right.
And that's where all the bodies are buried. You take me there and I'll fucking show you.
I like the fact that Powers Booth, the way he's telling the story, it's during a point in the story where Fenton says to Adam, promise me if you destroy me, you'll bury me here. And he he's like...
Right. So we need to back up a little first.
Okay, yeah.
So what was revealed, what God told the father, was that Fenton was a demon.
Right.
And Fenton, or the father, who had previously had no problem killing demons, suddenly has a problem
It's his son.
killing
It's
his
his son.
son.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though, remember I mentioned, God had told people in the Bible to kill your sons.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know, so that's nothing new that God would tell him that his son's a demon and you need to destroy him.
Right.
That's right. So now you have two brothers knowing that one brother is a destroyer of demons and another brother is a demon. And they know this when they're young. And so Fenton says to Adam when they're young, when I die or when you kill me or whatever, make sure you bury me in the Rose Garden, which is where they bury all the demons. Which is, the Rose Garden is a public garden that is right next to their house.
They live right next door to it.
That nobody's ever noticed. It's
Right.
full of corpses.
Right. It's so full of
Full
corpses.
to the fucking brim.
Did you see how high those graves were?
yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
they were
didn't even...
so obviously bodies right on the wall.
So for a guy that fucking...
They didn't even dig. They just covered him with fucking
That's all.
compost.
Literally, when they get there, it's
just
just like
laid
there's
him
a bunch
down.
of fucking turds.
They just
sticking out of
they
the
laid
ground.
the corpse on the grass and covered it with potting soil.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they showed digging one up and it was pretty deep. So I don't know, they did a pretty poor job of doing
Yeah.
that, but they wanted it to be obvious.
Well, maybe Fenton, when he was a kid, dug that giant hole and said, I'm never fucking digging
Never
again.
digging ever.
Never digging again.
Yeah.
But Fenton, the demon child, who we think is the hero through the whole thing, murders the father.
Yeah.
As
Yes.
the father is about to murder another
destroy
victim.
a demon.
Destroy a demon, right?
Yeah.
He'd had enough.
He'd had enough.
Fenton had enough and was going to put a fucking stop. Well, before that, Fenton had gone and tried to tell the cops,
Right.
which is a popular
Which is what you
thing
alluded
in
to
horror films
earlier,
Or,
yeah.
kids trying to get adults to listen to them, and adults never listen. When do adults ever listen to kids in fucking horror movies?
They don't.
Like it's just a classic trope, and it's great that he put that in there. Fenton tries to go to the cops, and the cops like, fucking son, stop feeding me the bullshit.
Yeah.
Even being like, dude, I will take you to where the fucking people are buried.
Let's
Cops
go.
like,
I dug this hole, man.
Cop's like, nope, not buying it. And then fucking Paxton has to kill that cop. I think that was Fenton's breaking point, really.
Yeah.
If it wasn't even earlier, I think the breaking point was watching Dad kill an innocent, quote, in his own mind. Like you told me that we only destroy demons, but now you just killed an innocent guy because, you said God told you had to kill an innocent guy if we ever told anybody.
Here's the real question with that scene, too. And I thought about this after. Do you think that Dad, Meek's character, went off book by killing that guy? Like, he says, I had to protect our mission. But are we supposed to believe that God would say kill him because he knows?
No, I think that's just
know.
the human nature.
Human nature, right.
I think that it's human nature.
Why?
Because we do it that way. Yeah, I think he killed him because he felt like we have to protect our thing.
Right.
But I had a hard time thinking like, you know,
Because we don't want the cops knocking down our door saying,
Right.
"Hey, you're killing people."
right, and it's gonna happen.
So do you
It's gonna
think
happen.
do you think Fenton killing him was God's punishment then? Is that what you're
I don't know, but I mean, I think Fenton killing him might have been God's punishment for him not killing Fenton.
okay?
Because he locks Fenton away. He's trying to do all these things to like prove that he's not. He's trying to defeat God's will. God has said to him,
He even said, "I don't want to believe it."
I don't
He
wanna
said-
believe it,
Yeah.
right.
He said,
Yeah.
"The angel told me that you're a demon, but I
Right,
don't want
I
to
don't
believe
right.
it."
He puts him in the hole for whatever, like 20 days or 15 days.
Yeah.
He keeps on. Oh,
Sounds like a long
30
time to be in a
days
hole
in
in
the
Texas.
hole.
yeah, in Texas, and you're only allowed a glass of water every day.
Right.
And
Oh
you got
my
your
God.
you got your fucking little dipshit brother pouring it through a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, through a crack
Through
in the
a crack
boards
in a board.
into your mouth.
Yeah,
that
doesn't.
can't be fun.
Yeah, that's a code red, right? And
Oh, that's a total code red.
That's code red.
Yeah,
You're
you-
goddamn right, I did.
You sleep better because
That's a great. That's another great.
that's
Scene.
a good movie. That's
That
a
whole
good movie.
that scene, that monologue,
Oh yeah.
one of the top monologues of all time.
All right. So out of A Few Good Men, back to Frailty. We find all this out. We jump to the future, and Adam Meeks, the Matthew McConaughey actual character, the younger brother, is there now. He doesn't even, does he kill him? He just buries Powers Booth alive. Essentially, he knocks him into a grave,
He hits him with the fucking pipe.
hits him with the pipe, throws him into a grave. He screams.
Doesn't he touch him?
He touches him first,
we gotta-
touches him.
which apparently weakens the shit out of
did
him.
weaken him.
Apparently, because they
Yeah.
can't do anything after that.
Yeah,
The other thing it did, it showed us the flashback where
showed
Powers
us-
Booth's hair is now like Elvis
Right.
almost. Like he's
Yeah.
got,
And
like
he's
this
got that
pompadour.
ugly green shirt on.
yeah. He looks like Curly Bill Brocious from
He-
fucking Tombstone.
He kills his mom while she's doing his laundry.
Yeah, yeah. He just is freaking psychoing her with the
Psychos
knife.
her while she's fucking hanging
yeah.
out the fucking short.
Let's talk about that for
Yeah.
a second. It's
Yeah.
a weird. I mean, listen, yeah, you kill your mom. That's a weird thing anyway. But that's like, all right. If let's say I'm writing a movie or I'm directing a movie, I'm like I have the mom sleeping in bed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
maybe you throw a pillow, or maybe you even stab her, but she's like sleeping. Like why when she's outside
Yeah.
Doing
hanging
laundry, yeah.
like it doesn't seem outside in the
Outside,
fucking
in the
bright,
daylight,
yeah,
yeah.
bright. Like you're a cop, bro.
Not
right?
just that, but like that's the most precious part of the laundry. Is like it's almost done.
Yeah.
It smells good right
Yeah.
now.
You gotta hang
and
it
you're gonna
out.
ruin it. Couldn't you have done it while she was getting it all together? Then
Still
washed
dirty.
it.
Yeah.
Or on the way back
Wash
in.
it.
After
Yeah.
it's already hung, you don't have to like throw anything away.
Yeah, it's like, Mom, are you all done on the clothesline
You
out
don't
there?
have to
Come
burn
out
it.
and meet me out here. I want to throw the football around and then fucking stab you in the face. But no, we didn't get that.
Nope.
We didn't get
It was
that.
it's a strange. It was a strange scene.
Now, here's another one of my favorite parts: is we get people early in the movie. I don't remember his name. The agent we talked about at the very end,
Agent Hall.
who early in the movie met Adam Meeks.
Oh yeah, that was another weird part.
But this is another thing that that piles onto the God aspect of it, is that nobody can remember what he looks like.
Right, and even video footage of him,
Video
all
footage.
blurry and distorted.
When they're talking to that cop and he's just like, I don't understand. He's like, I talked to him last night,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what he looks like.
Yep.
And then that guy comes in. He's like, "What? Wait do you see this video?" And it's so crazy because there's like the static line. Like you can clearly
It's
see
the tracking.
You
Yeah.
can clearly see like the top of McConaughey's head when he's sitting down. But as soon as he stands up, the tracking just follows his face
Yeah.
and covers his face the whole way. I'm like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
The only reason you knew it was McConaughey because the Congos were hanging.
Exactly.
The bongos and the Congos.
Yep. You know, Bill Paxton had said earlier. Remember when they got the guy in the parking lot at the grocery store or whatever that was. He was like, it's broad daylight. People are going to see us. He's like, God will shield
find
us.
a way.
He did say that.
God
yeah.
will shield us.
Yeah.
And apparently it did. There's, again, a lot of fucking graves in that rose garden.
Now, what's the interesting thing, Larry, about the actual real Fenton that we find out? The
Wow.
real older brother, the one that Adam claims killed himself.
Yep. That he was really a demon. Is that the
Not just a
interesting
demon, but he was also a serial killer.
He was a
Right.
serial killer. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Unrelated, completely
Totally
unrelated,
unrelated.
to the demons.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's why, because he was a demon. So
Right.
he himself was a killer because of that.
You get that good moment.
It all
at the end.
ties together. It's amazing how it all comes together and totally makes sense at the end.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of twists and turns in the movie. You know, aha moments. But it's really strung together well. Again, very surprised that Paxton never made more.
Yeah, no, just that one like kind of lighthearted family golf movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I never saw, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a period piece too. I think it's set in the 20s or something like that.
True story, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's based on a true story.
I never saw
Yeah,
it.
it is too bad.
I don't watch too many golf true
No,
stories.
me neither. Me neither.
It's not my wheelhouse.
I went through like a 1 year period where I watched the Legend of Bagger Vance every
I
2
never
days.
watched that
No, I'm
either.
kidding. I never saw that.
Yeah, I think you
movie.
did. No, you did.
I never saw that
I
movie.
thought you told me about that.
I went
didn't
through a
watch it?
tennis phase. I watched every tennis movie.
Every
as a kid,
yeah, Wimbledon. Yep.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about golf movies. The only one I can remember watching more than once was Happy Gilmore.
Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore. I saw Tin
Cup was
Tin
good.
Cup a few
Shooter.
times.
Shooter.
And Caddyshack.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Is that really a golf movie, though? I guess it is.
It is.
Sure.
It's a golf movie. I still haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet, but it's still a golf
What?
movie. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
unreal.
It's an embarrassment. it's one of my weak points.
How's
you know?
Color Out of Space? You like that?
I still haven't seen that.
Fuck
Yet.
you. Fuck you.
Now, what do we learn before we get out of the film? What do we learn at the very end about Adam Meek's character? One more thing.
Well, we learned that he is actually the sheriff of this town. Meat.
yeah.
Yeah. What we thought originally, because Adam Meeks said he was Fenton and he was in the FBI office, and he even said, "Oh, I stole an ambulance and blah blah blah." And they called to corroborate that story, and the police department over there said, "Yeah, Fenton's been causing some trouble," and it really was Fenton who was causing trouble. 'Cause
Right.
This guy was actually Adam. So it's just brilliant the way it all comes together in the end. And Adam, who we thought previously was Fenton, he comes out, the FBI agent Hull, he comes in and, they're kind of wrapping things up. And he goes outside and shakes his hand and no reaction, no bad demon type stuff. And he says to him, "Officer Hull, you're a good man."
That was I like that part, but it was also the only part in the whole movie that felt forced to me.
Yeah.
Because he's not on his list.
Yeah.
We're not done. I felt like that was like to really cement who he was, but it's like, duh, no shit.
I think you're telling the audience, hey, this is what we've already shown you, but now we're just gonna, like you said, cement it in.
Right. You cemented it when he saw Powers
But
Booth kill his
it wasn't
mother.
necessary,
why
but it
would he
was
do it?
nice. It was a nice little.
I don't. It's like it doesn't bother me so
Yeah.
much, but when he says that,
Yeah.
it's
like the mint as you're leaving a restaurant. I
Yeah.
don't really need this, but
I would have almost
It's
rather there have been a scene where maybe he made a joke and goes, "You seem awfully familiar to me, agent," because he met him a day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, "No, I don't think I've ever met you." And like you kind of get a joke on the way out, but like by him shaking his hand, it's like, okay, that's all right. But
Yeah.
that's Frailty. That's our second episode of.
So who was the
season
woman?
2.
Though? The woman that covered for him on the phone
His
at the
wife.
police station. That was his
Yeah,
wife.
that was the
Pregnant
wife.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so. When
Yeah, she
okay.
turns around. She's like got a little bit of a belly, and she seems to be holding it. And then she says something like "Praise be God"
Praise
to
be
him.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, all right. So the
And they're in
So
it
she was
together.
in. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
she was
yeah.
in on it.
well, because he's probably had to explain to her that our kid is going to have this power too, probably.
Right.
Because they said it's the line, of these Meeks,
the
people.
lineage of the family. I guess it started with the Bill Paxton character.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
When God speaks to you, that's it.
That's it.
I really like the way this movie subverts your ideal and your ideas of this whole crazy Christians or crazy Catholic people. They're seeing visions, crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it turns out that everything else in the movie is the wrong part.
Yep.
The brother that we root for the whole time is the murderer.
Yep.
And turns out to be a demon. And the zealots are
Which they
right.
told you the whole time.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, which they told you
It's
the
right
whole
there.
time.
It's almost like
And,
It's what
and,
makes
he, and
watching-
Fenton, even like you said, Lloyd, Fenton even admitted it. When
Yeah.
you kill me, make sure you bury me in the rose garden. He even admitted that he was a demon back
Right.
then. It was right in your face the whole time. But I think you didn't want to believe it.
See,
You didn't want to be like the religion, because you don't want to believe that the religious part of it is true.
Exactly.
right. For me, when Fenton says that to Adam, I didn't think that Fenton thought he was a demon at that point. I just thought he thought Adam is so fucking far gone that he's gonna kill me because I don't believe.
Yep.
That's what I felt like. And then at some point, obviously, he must have realized and gotten his urges and started killing people. But when he says that, when you destroy me, bury me in the rose garden, I almost thought it was like him giving in, going, no matter what I do, this kid is so nuts, he's going to kill me over all this shit.
Yeah, but at first viewing, it's interpreted like that. I think this is a movie a lot like Sixth Sense. When you watch it a second time, you see a lot of clues that you missed the first time,
Yeah.
and the movie just really comes together for you in a different way.
Paxton straight out said that. I was reading an interview from way back when that he said that he totally made this movie and engineered this movie to be watched a second time, and taken in a different way. And I thought one of the most interesting things was that he had James Cameron and the guy who directed U-571, who coincidentally also directed Terminator 3, Jonathan Mostow, giving him advice on how to make this movie. So, you know,
Also Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi too,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So you got
they
three,
know what they're talking about.
you got three guys who know what they're talking about.
Yep. And Sam Raimi had a quote. He said after he'd given him advice during the make, because he was friends with Bill Paxton, and he'd given him advice during making it. And then after watching it, he said that Frailty is the most frightening horror picture since The Shining.
Wow.
Wow.
Probably because of the religion scares people.
Yeah.
You know, religion's very, very easy to scare people.
Yeah,
with
and
religious
people
movies.
don't want to believe that maybe some part of that's true.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Or the flip side, that maybe it's not true, but there are people out there who think like that.
Right.
Yep.
Or there are people out there, maybe my name's on some fucking guy's list.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well, I
mean?
mean, in all honesty, that was the part that kind of bothered me the most. Is like, boy, man, either this is real, or there's people that think this is real, or
Yep.
you know, that's a frightening little
fucked up.
aspect of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry, what are we gonna? Jesus Christ. Hey, Larry. What?
Oh, just do it in your McConaughey voice again.
Hold on.
How many bloody axes?
Yeah. Hey, Larry. Let's give this thing a rating. What are we gonna base it off of this time?
Shit. What are we going to base this off of? Let's, you know what? I like him so much. Powers Booths.
All right, Powers Booths. All right,
How many Powers booths?
Master.
How many Powers booths is this?
You know the rules. 0 to 5, quarter scale optional.
All right. Look, this movie, as you can tell, we all like this movie. It's creepy and disturbing. It's well crafted. It's thought provoking, and it deserves a second look. And you should watch it twice. And I'm giving it a 4.
4. Very solid. Very solid. I came in prepared to give it a 3.75, but talking about it more, it really kind of gets it to a 4.
Yeah.
So I give it a 4 as well. I saw this once many years ago and really liked it a lot. I bought it because I had it in my DVD collection. And I don't think in the years, maybe I'd seen it again like on cable at some point, but I never really sat down and rewatched it again. And I rewatched it the other day. And it feels like an indie. It feels like low budget.
Yeah.
But in the best ways, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem cheap or anything. It just feels like it's just a small production.
$11 million budget.
Very simple story. But, you know, I think it also lucks out from, you know, even though it came out in that time period where everything was like the M. Night Shyamalan twist, this didn't get thrown away like in that idea. You know, oh, everything's trying to do that M. Night Shyamalan twist. Because it's not just a twist at the end. It's the whole movie comes together.
Right, it's not a twist.
It's not a twist.
No. They told you the whole fucking time.
It's a realization. That's all it is. It's a realization that you're now faced with the fact that the stuff that your brain was wired to tell you that can't be real is real in this story.
The only part that's a twist is that he's pretending to be Fenton.
Right, is that he's pretending. And that's not even done for like a stupid aesthetic reason. It's done because he's trying to trick Powers Booth.
He needs to get him back to the...
He needs to get him back to the Rose Garden, and he's using it as a cover.
Yep.
Essentially. All right.
Yeah. Powers Booth was just on the list.
Yes.
And that was the way to get him to the Rose Garden.
Yep.
That's it.
So 4-4. Larry, what do you go?
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. It's just a really well-made movie with great performances, especially out of Paxton and especially out of the kids. Fenton, the kid who played Fenton especially, it's just fucking outstanding performance. This was I made a list on Horror News Network a few years ago of like top films from 2000 to 2005, and this is in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's on a list with American Mary and Battle Royale and Audition and Ichi the Killer. Great fucking movies. Frailty is right there. I'd say for me, on the Powers Booth scale, I'll go same as you guys. I'll go 4.
Wow, 4.
Triple 4s on the Powers Booth scale.
Yeah. Which is, you know, not an easy scale to rank on.
No, and our 4 great...
And this is the 4th year of his anniversary today.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
4 4s on the 4th year anniversary of Curly Bill's passing.
This is a very...
Remember when he shoots Fred in Tombstone? Fred?
Yeah.
Come on now, Fred!
A little trivia fact about Tombstone.
Great fun.
A lot, not everything in Tombstone was based on true stuff, but it's the skeleton of a true story.
Yeah.
The curly bill in the ravine scene where he's trying to shoot,
When he goes, well, look at that. When
really happened.
Oh, did it really?
Eyewitnesses, and they said Curly Bill Brocious pulled his guns out, took like 10 shots at Wyatt Earp from like 10 feet away and could not hit him.
Wow.
That was based on a true event.
That's when he no.
Yeah.
No. It just starts fucking shooting.
Tombstone, if we ever do it, I'm going to give my rating right now 5 stars.
5 stars. Yeah.
Fucking great movie.
Is it Val Kilmer's best performance?
Yes.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Manster's quiet. Have you not seen Tombstone?
It's been a long time.
All right.
Dude.
Only one time. I think I probably fell asleep. So sorry.
Why would you do that?
Great movie.
Because I can't help it.
Great movie.
I can't help it. That's another just.
So it's
All-star.
It's going to be on my new list.
All right. Get it on the new list. All right. Before we go, let's do a dice roll real quick.
Sure. I bought one with me.
We're going to do just 3. We're going to do 3 for this next choice because there's only 3 of us here.
And we did 5 last time.
We did 5 last time, but we'll bring someone in for the next one. What are you looking for?
Like a pen. Like
pen.
a writing implement.
I don't have a pen.
Remember when Lloyd
just
threw
a
one at me?
fake pen.
I can't use a fake pen.
Right behind you in that little thing there. There's some pens, I think. There you go.
All right.
All right. I'll roll first, and then we'll give you the options, and you can vote. Go to when this episode comes out. I might put this one out maybe next week. You can go to ConnecticutCultClassics.com and go to Scary Larry's voting page, and you can vote for the 3rd episode of season 2. So let's start. John, that's me. I rolled an 8. Manster's gonna roll. Manster, what do you got?
Here's my roll. 14.
14. And Scary Larry with his own, he brought his own fucking 20-sided dice. Nerd.
I should have brought
Fucking
mine.
nerd.
Fucking nerd.
We got another 14, so let's
Roll again.
13.
Good number.
Red fucking numbers on a black die, Larry. Good job.
Well, what do you want? I was like fucking, I think I was like 10.
All right, what do we got? What are our 3 choices? What are the
Okay.
what are the audience's 3 choices for next episode?
So you rolled for 2008's Splinter.
Ooh, I've seen that. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Never saw it.
Manster.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it now. This is the winner, but I'll be wrong.
Okay.
2014's Tusk.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tusk. Come on, people.
And I rolled for 2013's Would You Rather.
Ooh, would you rather? I don't think I know that one.
It's a good one. It's Brittany Snow from Pitch Perfect. Why am I blanking on? Oh, Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator.
And Britney Spears from Britney Spears.
And Britney Spears. And I can't think of any other Britneys. How fucking weird is that?
All right, so I think we know which one might not win.
If
but
you
that's
want to
okay.
see a fantastic Michael Parks movie, Tusk.
All right. Well, I'm excited for any one of those choices. I'm ready to do any one of them. But until next time,
Let's do them all now.
let's do them all
Let's
right
just
now.
keep rolling.
Let's just start watching more movies and doing more episodes. All right, Manster, do you want to read off where people can find Scary Larry's Pint of Horrors, a.k.a. Pint O Comics?
Yeah, you can find that at pintocomics.com. Subscribe on all your podcatchers, whatever one you happen to like, and maybe give us a review.
5 stars.
5-star review would be
5
great.
stars.
YouTube channel, you get your podcasts there and videos. Facebook and Twitter at Pint of Comics, and on Instagram it's at Pint_O_comics.
Larry,
Hi.
thanks again for being here.
Oh, no,
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you for having me on Scary Larry's Pint of Horrors.
That's right. We can't do it without you. Can't do it without you. Give everybody your websites where they can find all the good Larryness out there.
All the good Larryness can be found at horrornewsnetwork.net for all of your horror news, reviews, and interviews. ConnecticutCultClassics.com for all information about our upcoming screenings, as well as to vote on Scary Larry's Pint of Horror episodes. And finally, cthorror.com for whatever
Yabba-dabba-doos.
for those, and information on Connecticut Horror Fest, which is coming up September 18th.
All right.
All right.
Manster, get us out.
See ya.
We are leaving!